my bro, if you're gonna do something, go all the way. Don't half-ass, don't have one foot in, one foot out. Go all in, because if you don't, you're gonna try to live this moderate, balanced life and just be a half-assed little bitch, never really committing to anything. And I'll be real, it's only just starting to hit me just how much of my life I've spent with this mentality of trying to walk the path of moderation, which absolutely leads to destruction. I've been trying to untangle my own thought processes and my stories to make sense of this so that I don't have to keep repeating these mistakes. And one thing that comes out in particular was my whole adventure in Thailand last year, when I decided to move there to go all in, build my personal brand, online business, and not have to come back to the UK. And clearly I failed, because here I am. And I documented the entire journey on my YouTube channel. And if you watch it in sequence, you'll see that my mental health and my clarity and my purpose is slowly starting to come unraveled, and I'm losing myself in the sauce more and more as the days progress. And the main reason for that is because I tried to do both things. I tried to live this moderate, balanced life, having one foot in, one foot out. On the one hand, going all in on and building the personal brand and the business, locking in, grinding, but also while trying to live this fun, degenerate, balanced party boy lifestyle of chasing women, going out at night, fucking doing drugs. Nothing crazy. I didn't do anything like I used to back in the day. I never did ketamine or MDMA or coke or any other crazy shit while I was in Thailand. No, it was mainly a battle of coming on and off the stimulants or on the caffeine and the nicotine. That was like a constant cycle. I would start off slow, ramp things up, and then when it got crazy, I did a full cold turkey detox, felt like shit, and then just started the process back up again. And then a weekly occurrence, once, twice, maybe even 3 times some weeks, was Kratom, this green sludge that makes you feel loosey-goosey, that gives you this extra little zest of social vibrancy, that I used instead of alcohol. The entire time I didn't drink a drop of alcohol, but instead I used Kratom on a night out to give that social lubrication without becoming a slurring, mumbling buffoon. But again, this is a symptom of walking the path of moderation, trying to be disciplined and consistent and savage while also being a party boy. Those two don't add up. They are not congruent at all. And my soul was shattered. It was like I was being pulled in 2 different directions. When I was inside and I was trying to lock in and grind, I would have this FOMO that I wasn't out partying, chasing women, going on dates, fucking just having fun. And when I was doing those things, when I was out there living life, as they call it, I had this nagging guilt that I wasn't inside locking in. So it was just this constant battle being pulled between these 2 identities, because I was trying to walk this path of moderation. Because even though I told myself I was moving to Thailand to go all in, I did not go all in on anything. No, I fucking let myself go massively. And the culmination of this whole grand endeavor was in my last week, when I decided to go to Pai to actually just let loose like I wasn't letting loose already. But on the way there, on this windy mountain jungle road with lots and loops and turns, while on my motorbike, I was smoking joints the way there, getting high as fuck, so that by the time I arrived, I was already on cloud 9 in my little delusional fantasy land of stoner heaven. And I decided to go to these hot springs when I arrived. It was nice. It was a nice, relaxing place to just chill and fully enjoy the heat before I came back to a cold and dark and grimy UK winter, so that I could actually lock in, or so I told myself. But while I was at the hot springs, I met a couple girls, and in all honesty, they were kind of mid. They weren't the craziest. They were those, weird pie hippie types, except the spirituality that we talked about had absolutely nothing grounded behind it. There was no value. There was no actual deeper meaning. It was just like vague woo-woo language that didn't actually have any substance behind it. But man, I'll be honest with you, I kind of wanted to get off with one of them. I was trying to lay down the game, but nothing was fucking hitting. I was making a complete dancing buffoon out of myself, just feeling like a clown because of this conflicting part of my identity. The fact that I was trying to be a monk, a disciplined warrior, while also being a degenerate party boy at the same time. It created this really weird energy from me, this aura that was kind of repellent to people. And, obviously, these girls, they weren't even being as mid as they were, they still did not pick up what I was putting down. And it was a brutal moment of violent clarity for me when I realized, fuck man, if I can't even track these girls, what the fuck is wrong with me? Because I am way more disciplined than the average person who lives in Pi, who's just drifting and completely lost, and yet I'm also way less disciplined than a complete savage fucking operator would be. So I was stuck in the middle, in the worst of both worlds. Because I guarantee you, if I had decided to go all in on degeneracy and just say, fuck it, I'm a party boy, let's completely just go all in and be a floundering, drifting mess, I would have been a lot more fun. I would have had this like hype energy, and I probably would have been able to get off with them, but because I had this weird conflict with my identity, there were certain real weird moments of friction where I would try to say some hardcore macho shit, but it just wouldn't have any backing behind it because I had not been living it. And there were also moments where I was trying to be this like fun, like fucking party boy guy, but again, it didn't land because I wasn't committed to that lifestyle. It was tough, man, but it wasn't tough at all. It was actually kind of easy, but that's the problem. The point is that I wasn't going through any struggle that was molding me and shaping me. All of the struggle was just all in my head, this conflicting part of trying to be balanced, trying to have it both ways. Life doesn't work like that. You never get the best of both worlds. You always get the worst of both worlds and just end up on a one-way ticket to dying with regret. That is the best way to end up dying with regret, when you haven't fully committed to anything and you just sort of been trying to dabble, trying to put one foot in, one foot out, living a half-assed life. That's no way to be, man. And I'm fucking sick of it, man. I've said those exact same words so many times in videos just like this. I said, I'm fucking sick of it, man. And yet, I clearly haven't been sick of it enough to the point where I've made like violent, lasting change. Because being sick of it is not enough. Being sick of it is not enough. You have to one day wake up and realize that you're living in the same pattern over and over and over again, and that it doesn't matter how many times you make a sweeping declaration and commit to changing anything. If you're not mentally gonna go all in and actually fully commit, like actually burn the boats where you have no other options but to go down this path that you've chosen, nothing's ever truly gonna change. You're gonna slightly progress every now and again. You're gonna make small little 1% better everyday improvements, and then you're gonna end up making 1% slightly worse everyday deprovements. Unless you actually fucking mentally commit to going all in and not negotiating, not considering any other option. And it's frankly making a lot of sense to me why my content hasn't been doing what I want it to do. It hasn't been having the impact that I want. It hasn't been growing the way I want it, because quite frankly, I haven't been growing the way I want to be because of this half-assed, half in, half out mindset. Always having one foot in, one foot out. Never truly giving my all to something, because in the back of my mind, there's always another choice, right? There's always a safety net. There's always another path that is equally as appealing, but the one that's right in front of me. And that's exactly why I have made this decision to stop trying to desperately work out how to get back to Thailand as quickly as possible and make money online full time and just live this weird nomad drifting half-assed life. No, I've decided, fuck it. No, I need to lay the foundations properly. I need to actually become valuable, competent. I need to become an operator, a savage, somebody who is insanely valuable to people. And that's why I'm going back to the gym as a personal trainer. It is literally the opposite of having online income freedom, but it's a step that is required in order to build me into the kind of stable, fucking reliable human being that others can actually depend upon. And it's not glamorous. There's going to be a lot of grind, rejection, I would say early mornings, but my mornings are already early as they are. But it's the personal development that I need, right? Because there's only so much being in isolation, trying to grind out content, and being, trying to make sense out of things just from my own head. But eventually you have to actually integrate into society and test your ideas against reality with actual people, human beings right in front of you. Yeah, man, I know this video is a bit all over the place because I had quite a lot of things I wanted to get off my mind, but the main theme is that, fuck, man, you have to stop half-assing shit. You have to stop just dabbling, putting your toes in. Come on, bro. This is not how professionals are built. This is how we stay amateur forever. This is how we end up living a mediocre life where we're not really fitting in with anyone. We're never gonna be like those loser friends we used to have who are just smoking weed and playing video games and jacking off all day, every day, while going out and drinking every weekend. But we're never ever gonna make it to the next level of people who are actually competent, valuable, successful, and have built a remarkable life for themselves. We're going to be in the middle, which is the most painful place to be, but we're going to be there forever. Is that what you want? I don't think so, because I don't fucking want that either. The most agonizing times of my life have not been when I've been a complete degenerate, smoking weed, shoplifting, simping on dating apps, getting fired from jobs, stuffing my face with shitty food all day, every day, just constantly having entertainment, no matter what. Those weren't the worst times of my life. No, the worst times of my life is when I've been half in, half out, where I've been sober, I've been thinking about all of these random ideas of businesses I want to start or jobs I want to do, while actually not taking action on any of them, and just wallowing away in my room, rotting away. That's been the worst times of my life. And I can't say that I'm ever going to get there again, because the standards I have for myself now would make it intolerable. However, if something doesn't change, like if the commitment that I'm making doesn't fucking last and hold weight, then nothing's ever going to change, and I'm going to end up spending the rest of my life going through these random cycles, these waves, and I fucking refuse to let that happen. I refuse to let that happen for you too, bro. I really hope that you related to this, and if you haven't, then at least you got something valuable from it. Anyway, I'm going to leave you to it. Have an amazing day.